Elisa, how are you doing? I am accepting you here in Instagram. There we go. There we
Oh,
go.
yes, here I am. How are you, Carla?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Elisa, for joining us. How are you doing?
Very good. I'm so enjoying this beautiful weather today. It's not as hot as normally we have these
Oh,
humid hot summery days. It's fresh. It's sunny. I love it. I love this time of the
we
year.
wish we had these days throughout the whole year, right?
Right? I know.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hey guys, and thank you so much for everybody that is joining us. If you guys can tell us where are you watching us, if it's from Toronto or other parts of the GTA or outside Canada, we would like to know a little bit of you guys. So please let us know. If you have any questions, please send all your questions in your comments so we can answer everything in our live.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Elisa,
we are
please.
supposed. Yes, before we enter, I would like to just share with some news with some people and would ask Carla to elaborate on it. So, guys, we have good news for you if you're a first time home buyer. As you know, traditionally, you were able to withdraw to a maximum of $35,000 from your RRSPs to make your first purchase. And if you had a spouse or you're buying with someone else, combined that could have been $70,000. And you have many years to repay. It was traditionally 15 years with other details, right, for the repayment with no interest charges. And now they have changed it. They have increased it to $60,000 per person when you're purchasing your first home. So this is amazing because now you can have more capital from your own money, from your RSPs, to put it as a down payment for the home of your dreams, or at least for your very first home, right?
Yeah, and this starts actually today, guys. So you
Yeah.
are able to withdraw as of today $60,000 from your RSP. So
Okay,
so
run
take
to the bank now.
yes, yes, run to the bank and buy a home and no, but you know what? It could make it or break it for a lot of people because some employers actually allowed you to withdraw some of the money that they contribute to your RRSP. So this could be amazing news for a lot of professionals that are investing a lot in their retirement, and they are also, saving for their home. So this could mean very good news for you guys.
Yes. And the second news are that doesn't apply to everybody. However, this is also good news. Also, if you're this a home buyer who is putting as a deposit less than 20%, and I mean that it's an insured mortgage, and you're purchasing a newly built home, you can get up to 30 years of amortization period. That means you get 30 years to pay that mortgage back. So I guess some more younger Canadians will be able to afford to pay the monthly mortgage on a new home because your monthly payments will be reduced if you have a larger amortization, right? And this is an extension of 5 years, guys. 5 years since the current maximum amortization period is up to 25 years when your down payment is less than 20%. And yes, this second change, as I know, it will kick in August the 1st, right?
First. Yes, yes, I think is incredible news. I know that the mortgage professionals are advocating for this to be also, a reality for people who want to buy resale as well. I think like the first time home buyers are the ones that are suffering the most because are the ones that want to enter into the market. The Canadian market is well known as being strong. Even in inflationary period, it's showing some strength. And some of the patterns that Canadians actually do is that they when once they purchase real estate, they don't want to sell their real estate. So definitely these type of incentives for first-time home buyers could mean a lot. And let's see if the federal government, considers also the resale properties in the future.
Yes, yes, that's right. So actually, I think I see that we are gonna be developing a much better outlook in our industry for the time coming. Right? As you mentioned, we survived the strength of the pandemic, of a very strong inflation, and I mean very strong because it was very aggressive. The increases were done very, very fast. And as you know, guys, the objective is, as always, to go to that 2% inflation. Though, Carla, tell us what you noticed. The inflation went a little bit up, right?
Yeah, so the inflation went a little bit up today, from 2.8 to 2.9, only 0.1% difference. And even though it went up, this could actually mean that because there has been some sort of like consistency in the inflation, it could mean that the Bank of Canada could start to reduce their rate as soon as June, which is going to be their next announcement. Now, let's keep our eye very open for the coming announcement, which is going to be for the numbers of April and then the numbers of May. And we can sort of assess a little bit better, but actually um, this number is actually pretty good, and it will take us to the right track of actually start to see some decrease on the interest rates. So stay tuned, because as you know, we are very, very diligent to follow the latest news, so you have this information fresh and you can actually make a better decision if you are in the process of buying or selling or doing anything with your property.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So now I would like to start just with a few comments while Carla is so kind to put the slides for me on screen. And for those who are on Instagram, you are not able, of course, to see our information. Hi, Carla is saying hi to me
Yes.
through Instagram.
Oh,
Hi.
oh yes, I'm waving. I was waving on everybody.
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna start just by saying that I'm gonna be comparing year 2024, March 2024 versus March 2023. So this March 2024 home sales reported through the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board MLS system were lower than March 2023 results. Why? Well, due in part to the Good Friday holiday falling in March this year versus April on March 2023. So basically, that's what it is. So don't be alarmed of what's happening. This is the reason why we are reporting the statistics as they are, and we're going to review the infographics in detail to cover this. And the number of sales were down 4.5% compared to March 2023 overall. And on a seasonally adjusted monthly basis, where we are comparing month by month, the number of sales this month were only 1.1% lower than this last February that actually had 29 days instead of 28. And well, however, despite a better supplied market compared to last year, there was enough competition between buyers to see a moderate increase in the average March home sales prices year over year, and we're also going to review that. So the prices increased a little bit more, even though the supply was lower. The number of homes that sold were lower. So despite a better supplied market compared to last year, there was enough competition between buyers to see this moderate increase, right? So what we can see here, we're starting again with a little bit of bidding wars. The market is starting to see better numbers. I mean, your home, if you're a homeowner, if you want to sell your home, it might likely in different pockets of the area of the GTA sell for a little bit more now. So we're going upward. So those people who wanted to sell extremely cheap, your time is running. It's going to be running pretty soon. We were almost year and a half, almost 2 years in the deep, and with amazing opportunities to buy, with almost no competition from buyers to enter the market. So if you still would like to take advantage, this year is going to be still good, not as extremely good, but it's still going to be more moderate. And also we still have a lot of opportunity for negotiation if you're a buyer. It's not that we're in a buyer's market at all whatsoever. We're actually exiting the balance market in many pockets, but that's okay. Depending on what your situation is and where exactly you want to purchase, we can run a different strategy for your dream to come true, right?
Exactly. In your opinion, Elisa, which pockets, or not which pockets, but do you think that there are certain types of properties that the clients could have a little bit more of advantage in this market? Meaning that if they buy like a condo or a townhouse or a freehold, is there any opportunity on a particular type of property? Or I just wanna sort of like give our audience a little bit of the insights of where they can look at, not where, but what can they look at when they are buying.
What advantages are there? I quite don't get your question.
Yeah, okay. So let me rephrase that. So would you say that, for example, because I know that we were talking about some areas going down and why not, but would you say that there are certain types of properties, say condo or townhouse or freehold, that the clients could take advantage at this particular time?
Oh, okay, that's a very good question. So yeah, and you know what, you will find out the answer after we review these infographics.
Perfect.
Because even though we talk mostly here about price and number of properties on the market, we're going to be touching in very different areas of Toronto, east, west, center. So you will see in which pocket the opportunity would be best for you, depending on your maximum purchase price and the gentrification area. Because again, it comes down to what is your plan in the future, or what are you going to be doing with that property? Because if you're purchasing a property, let's say an investment property, and you plan to stick to it all your life and put it in a trust so your kids can get the property when you decide to give them that property. And so you're going to be having that property for many decades. And during those decades, believe me, we're going to have another crisis. So, but if you want to stay long-term in that property, even though it's going to be going high, you will have the zigzags in between, right? While you're going up. And that's okay. If you're a person who would like to say, you know what, I am a first-time home buyer, I'm going to do my best to buy the best property I can right now. I still know it's not going to be the house of my dreams, because I'm going to purchase the house on my dreams after this one is appreciated, probably in 5 years. Oh, okay. In that case, let's look for you an area that is just gentrifying now, so your appreciation can be faster.
Perfect.
Right? And also it depends if you just want to hold on to the property, let's say if you're an investor, or if you really need that ROI immediately. If you need cash flow, it's a completely different story than if you are able to hold to your property with no cash flow at all, but you are taking advantages of other kind of incentives or future gains in that property. And all that we can discuss one-on-one, and I'm very passionate about this kind
I
of.
know. I love it because when I was actually, I had attend to Elise's meetings with clients, and I can see all the details that she goes through, and honestly is pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. Congratulations, Elisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna review the infographics really quickly. It's 3:59, so we're gonna review those infographics. Those in Instagram, you obviously you cannot get access to it, but once we're done, these programs are saved. These lives are saved forever in all our social media channels, so you can access them through Carla's or my social media channels. Just please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when the next program is coming up, and also you can share easily the link from there with anyone you think this information can be useful to. So right now, you are in the East and you're too far out. We would like to start reviewing the entire city of Toronto first.
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
Now I can see it. Now I see it in our on our screen. So in overall, the entire city of Toronto, when we're comparing these 2 months, the average selling price increased 3%. And Carla, remember when I was telling you month by month, the last month decreased 1%, decreased 3%, decreased 5%. And now finally, this month,
Wow.
we have a positive number here, increased 3%, averaging a number of $1,087,000. Okay, this is an average, and we're going to see other pockets in the city where you will see you can purchase a property under $1 million. Okay, and the days on the market overall in the city is 22 days. So also this is giving us an indication that we are probably in a very healthy, balanced market right now compared to what we have by the end of last year or early this year, where we have, again, offer days set in place to create competition with different buyers. And the numbers of sales decreased almost 8.5%. So
Wow.
numbers of sales have been lower. The prices have been increasing. We still don't have enough properties to choose from. Hey, sellers, go out there and put your property on sale. Be confident about that, because right now, as the market is starting to change colors, to have that more positive appeal to it, you also can be more confident and put your home for sale. So you know there's going to be availability for you to purchase your next home. And for that also, we have different strategies. What you should be doing first or not. We can have a specific program, Carla and I, to discuss exactly with numbers. What would you need to do if you're a seller and you want to upgrade, right? So let's go. I'm digressing here, but let's go to Toronto East. Now we have here the average selling price in Toronto, which is primarily the huge pocket of Scarborough. So the selling prices decreased 1.3%, which is not that significant, provided that we have all kind of mix in this area of the city between buildings and freehold homes. And the number of sales decreased a dramatic 11.4%. I think that's a huge dip. So yeah, buyers are looking and are struggling to find exactly what they want. Once they see it, of course, it instills a slight competition, and that's why the prices are not going as low as in a different, more traditional markets. Let's see. Now we're going to compare Toronto East versus Toronto West. What is the different scenario? And in Toronto West, the prices increased 5.4%, much more. And as I mentioned, in Toronto East, the average home sale price is 1.08 mil. Here we have as an average 1.2 mil. So it's an area that has been in many pockets gentrified already. So the prices are a little bit higher. So for the long run, generically speaking, in this area, you will not have that much appreciation in terms of time frame as in Toronto is, where the area is just started to gentrify. So you may expect a more appreciation in 5, 6, 7 years. Of course, if we're talking about standard market conditions, right? If we don't have any other blow in the following, which I don't think so, because as you know, somehow the market revolves in cycles of 8 to 10 years, right? So now we have that, and now we're going the cycle going up. And let's see, we'll revisit all this in next when 7, 8 years come to see exactly how it's going to happen. And I'm sure another adjustment will take place.
100%.
Now let's go to Midtown. Midtown is the area that we have just above all the Toronto core, where we have highly dense condo buildings. And here in the Midtown area, we have less condo buildings and much more residential areas. And this is, let's say, in our pocket, one of the priciest one, with an average selling price of 1.8. And on top of that, it did increase 4.3%. So there's money in the city.
Yeah, and I remember from month over month that this Midtown has been almost consistently increasing since we started to show the graphs and everything. So it's very
regardless
interesting.
of the inflation, yes.
Yeah, regardless of the inflation, definitely, I agree with what you said. There is money on the table, 100%, and definitely this has been one of the key points to see that it's been increasing very, very consistently.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a good point. And yeah, we have been reviewing month after month, and always when we talk about Midtown, the no surprise is down, very steady going up. Yeah. And however, yes, the number of sales actually here decreased 24%, over 24%. So really, even in this different pocket, people are struggling to find the home they want to buy.
Yes. Wow. And now I put it in downtown. I'm sorry, Elisa.
Yes, in Midtown it decreased only 6.7%, guys.
Yes.
You tricked me.
Sorry. I thought that I was gonna go with the flow, but I totally changed that on Elisa. But
yes. So
wow.
Anyway, overall, all these infographics in lower numbers or larger numbers, but match with my initial comment, right? We have less properties for sale, but the market is responding positively on the sale prices. Now, so let's go to downtown, which is right next to the Midtown. And even though in the Midtown, the average price just, few blocks up is 1.8 million. Here in downtown Toronto, we have an average price of $767,000. And it's an average, and most properties contained in a bulk in this average would be condos, maybe one bedroom plus den, or 2 bedrooms. We have not much of detached homes or townhomes in this area. So that is the fair price. And here, it decreased this 24%, the numbers of sales I mentioned earlier. And for you, if you're a first-time home buyer or first-time investor, please note, this is an excellent opportunity for you to enter the market in downtown. Remember when we saw the very first slide where it says Toronto average selling price $1 million? So you see, when we start sectioning the city in different places, we can see that in downtown, definitely you can enter the market now. And more likely, right, Carla, with all those 2 advantages we mentioned at the start of our program here, right? 2 more
100%.
incentives.
100%. A condo downtown, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. And probably, well, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Carla and I mentioned that we would like to make a specific live next week for condos. And what she mentioned, the condo in downtown, because we're going to talk that day also about appreciation, different areas in condos, where is the best to buy a condo when you're an investor. Okay, it would be here in the city, or you want to buy in the city of Waterloo. And we're going to tell why and how, because you need to evaluate exactly what is your end. What is your goal when you're purchasing an investment property? There are many different goals for everyone.
Oh yes, 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 yes. I remember one day talking to one client because I saw a house that was like literally like super super bad, and I was just like, oh my god, like if somebody like bought these, like poor people, like they will have to deal with all these things. And then is when like talking to investors, like, oh my god, that's a gold mine. That's what I specifically wanted, because I can make sure that everything is good and up and running, and I can resell it. So definitely, a home, it could be a gold mine for one, and for the other one it could be like, oh, like a lot of headaches, because
There's
maybe
no cash
if you're
flow.
gonna live there and everything, like maybe you want something that is totally renovated, and why not? So yeah, I totally agree with you, Elisa, on that one.
Yeah. As an example, we talk about Toronto East, where the average home price was just slightly above the million. And in all that huge pocket, we have a community in the south of Toronto East, which is called the beaches, but others call it the beaches. And the average selling price there is 1.3 mil.
Wow.
Even though they decreased slightly over 2%, the selling price when you're comparing these 2 months from last year to this year. Yeah, so depending on the pocket you choose, if we decide to choose a different pocket, Scarborough, different community, completely different ball game, that would be. Let's go to the next one. So if you say, no, Toronto is too expensive, I am double dipping in taxes here. I have the municipal land transfer tax and also the provincial land transfer tax. So I want to buy outside of it. Okay, there are two choices, right? You can go anywhere else you want in Ontario, but right now I really, really recommend, I have been recommending this for a year and a half already in our programs, Durham region. Durham region is gentrifying. The other areas where we have Mississauga, Brampton, Burlington, those are already quite gentrified. If you buy there, you will buy definitely above $1 million, a residential property. And here, still the average selling price is only $936,000 in average, right? So this is a really good price. And we're talking anywhere in Pickering, Whitby, Ajax, including Oshawa. And yeah, and the number of sales didn't decrease at all. It was only 0.5%. People are noticing Durham region now. So that now is the time, if you want to get into a property that will start to have appreciation faster than properties in other areas. And basically,
Wow.
that's what it is.
Wow. Yeah, no, definitely. That 1.08, that's like the actual increase is not that much, but like you said, like the future is here, and definitely it could be a very, very good way to have some profits here. Wow, thank you so much, Elisa, for all these numbers. As always, you always blew our minds with all this information, because remember, Elisa doesn't only give us the numbers, like she gives us the rationale behind it, and that's gold when you are in the process of buying. Thank you so much for sharing this. And don't forget, next week we're gonna have our special program for condos. We're gonna be sharing with you also some ways to qualify, or how people are qualifying for these mortgages, because there is a lot of myths that oh yeah, no, it's too expensive and nobody can buy at this particular time. obviously, people are buying, but how are they buying? So you can have a little bit more of the insights as well about this. Thank you so much, Elisa, for everything. And we'll see you next week.
It was a pleasure, like always, Carla. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.